It's time for Steel Toe Stumbles with Boozemock. Let's go back in time. See, like, you guys, like, reacting to Chad, you got to do it like Boozemock does. Because Boozemock doesn't get all worked up. He's not like, hey, you piece of shit, you fucking guy. That's a Chad win. Like, you go to his chat, you yell at him, I say mean shit to him. He won. He elicited a reaction out of you. Boozemock kind of, like, he does it like a documentarian. And he just lays it out there. There's no emotion. He's not worked up about it. That's what you got to do. When you get all worked up, if you're emotional, you've lost. Let's fast forward a little because this person's obnoxious. Let's do it. I gotta cut Boozemock loose. I'll tell you why. He's like pedo covering for people, and it's really creepy. I think the internet broke Boozemock's brain. Or more accurately, it looks like Boozemock's tweet and video has broke my brain. I tried to play it cool on comments, but it would seem I'm the one who is feeling.
Damn, Boozemock.
I just don't want anything to do with him because he's covering for legit pedophilic behavior. Is that what it was? Or was it because Boozemock showed many examples of myself doing the same thing and pointed out it doesn't mean you're a PDF if you make jokes, or also, in my case, defend jokes at one time, as you can see here. You're a big proponent of having sex with underage girls, and then puts a bunch of his tweets up there where he says the age of consent is 16 in most European countries. It's 18 in the U.S. for some reason. Stupid, sexy babies, they bring it on themselves. Okay, it's clearly a joke, but... And then Jeremy just keeps putting up those same tweets and goes, this you? Why do you want to fuck 12-year-old girls, Ian? What exactly about those pesky consent laws don't you like? Okay, now this is bordering on actionable. And then he puts the tweets up again and says, okay, pedo.
That's actionable, isn't it?
Dude, yeah. And then he tweets again 11 hours ago, okay, pedo, and puts the same thing up there. Then Ian Miles. I love that these guys are all fighting with each other, by the way, about the gayest shit possible. Show me child pornography.
Look, I don't mean to brag, but I've been hip deep in child sex dolls as far back as I can remember.
Look, I was Googling the shit out of child sex dolls, and I was just thinking, I got some good policy decisions out of it. It was...
Let me tell you, by my second Google search, my bean was roasted. I flicked the shit out of that thing.
You guys ever seen a child's face just do this? It's pretty fucked up, right?
Damn, Boozemock.
And it's really, really fucked up. I'm going to choose to disassociate with him. No offense to him. He can do what he wants. But, like, the way he defends pedophilia... not cool with me. I'm taking a stand on that one. He's creepy, he's weird, and when you attack his pedophile friends, he gets really defensive about it to the point of delusion. I'd rather not associate with him. It's a bad look to be around him. Taste Fairy said it was cool seeing Corey Feldman go after Cumia and Melton on Twitter. Yeah, and Boozemock was legit defending their pedophilic words and actions, not just the people. And he was pretending he doesn't understand it. It's just he's too far gone in the internet shit, and I don't want to associate with someone who thinks that stuff's okay. No, thank you. And he's going to cope about it, but it's for his own good. Yeah, people saying Boozemock's a weirdo. Yeah, you should have cut him loose a long time ago. I probably give people too much rope, but he's weird. He's weird.
Early the next morning.
Okay. Also, I've noticed something, like being online. SP and I were talking about this yesterday, and I just kind of noticed it, and it's not good. And I just want to, I do care about my audience. I mean, hell, they keep me on the air for the last, 6 years. And I just want to make sure you guys aren't getting caught up in it. Everywhere I go when I'm, prepping the show, because I go online to do the show, and then I go online to prep the show. Outside of that, I'm doing stuff. I'm watching stuff. I'm going places. And that in itself really pisses off the constantly online types. They don't like that I say that. But I will say that one thing I can do is I can save their souls because I can notice things because I'm on the outside looking in. Shit's getting sinister. Like, I don't know if you've noticed it, but like when you take a lap and you take a break and you're not terminally online, that's what I was looking for. It's getting bad. Dude, just the way people are talking and they don't even know it. Like, I see it in the chat. And the fans are great. I'm not talking about anything regarding me. This is macro. And like clips I see and other stuff, a lot of it's just nasty. And it's not for me. Like, a lot of it's just really nasty and sinister, and there's an anger and there's a hostility in it. I don't know if you've noticed it, but don't do me a favor. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Obviously, that's not what this show's for. This show is for people going to work in the morning and they want something that makes more than half their day go by quickly. And I'm so proud to give you that show and have for over a decade now. But like, I go and tell me if you've seen this. I need your input on this. It's just a lot of anger and hostility. And you know what the craziest part is? I think the people doing it don't even know they're doing it. They think it's normal. That's the part that scares me. Like, I know that the internet's been a cesspool for a long time, but it's something else. It's people being angry and upset and unhappy. You can just sense the unhappiness in people, and they don't know it. It's their normal. It's their, like, I go into an echo chamber. We all talk like this. And so this is fine. And it's like, but it's not. You're killing yourself. You're like, living a life unhappy and not doing anything about it is just as bad as being dead. And I just see this cynicism, this anger, this hostility, and you know, I will say, doing my show, I get a little bit of a break from it because my audience is a little different, but you venture outside it. And I think that's because we built a community offline first. It's just, and we were talking about it with SP, it's just this feeling that you get. And you feel bad for people. But you're like, this is going to a bad place. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like all this energy is going to a bad place. Let's see what the audience has to say. Fauci's Pangolin says, I feel like Aaron is headed to a bathhouse to preach on your knees. It's just weird. Like, it's just the jump to gay. I got to tell you guys, I think some of the Aaron gay jokes are a deep, sinister projection. Here you go. Oh, you like that? You like that shit, you fucking pussy? You little gay guy? You're a little gay guy now, aren't you? Look at that. I could put little eyeballs and a face on my knee, and I could make him a little character. Give him a little Jew hook nose. And smiley. There we go. Look, I have a Negro. Hey, let's give him a little hair. I've lost my fucking mind. Because, like, it stopped being funny a long time ago, because it's like, okay, we get it. Gay, same thing. But yet you can't walk away from it. It's odd to me. That's the chemtrails. Every fucking day they are poisoning us from the sky, says Riding Dirty Llama. I would usually make fun of you for saying that. But like, seeing how people are, and I feel bad because I'm not that way. And I feel bad that so many people are. I'm developing a bit of a bleeding heart in my old age. It's probably menopause. But like, I see people just getting nasty and sinister and everything else, and I'm just like, this is, I don't want that for people. Rational Redhead said it is chronic burnout and the stress of uncertainty, and inflation is compounding things. That's the easiest answer that I have too, is that people are getting sinister and angry and mean, and I'm just not that way. And so it's hard to watch people go through that, but I think it is economics. I really think it is that. I don't know what that means. Yeah. So look, I just I want you guys to be mindful of it. I just want you to kind of know that, like, that anger, it's gonna rot you. I don't see it a lot out of my audience. I really don't. But just, I see it out there. I see it in the ether. Try to understand it. That's why what I'm doing is I'm keeping the community. You know what I mean? I'm keeping our community everyone else, if they don't like it, they can go. That's just, I mean, because the Sinister people, you got to help them. And the way you help them is by cutting them loose. It's just by cutting them loose.
Now, we're told that all 4 men in that Tesla SUV were friends, got into some sort of...
Oh, my God. For a second, go back to her name. I seriously, for a second, thought her name was Homo Bash, which would be the most base news name ever. Says, have a great day. I just may... Sorry, I should have read ahead. Have a great day. I just may, and grab some clay, play in some hay. What do you say? I just may, but most just people call you gay, but it's lost in the fray. It's better than like constant like cock and balls jokes. I will say that. Thank you, Danger Bear, for the $4.99. Anyway, thank you guys very much for the support. I appreciate it. Gift a membership. Throw in a couple of bucks. Let's make some money today. Let's turn things around from last night all over again. Yeah, we got the Texas thing a little bit later. I just don't want to bum everybody the fuck out right away with that. Hey, here's a bad news story from Trump. Hey, here's another bad news story. So I do a real show. I don't have to watch other people. I don't have to, I don't have to lean on other people for content. I am me, and I have the big coattails that everyone hangs on to. Sup, bitch? Another win for the toe. And I put things together in such a way that if I've got a story where I'm like, I'm going to be mad, this is going to be shitty, the next one's going to be, this will be lighter, the audience will enjoy it. Like we had the quadriplegic guy. I think that was a wild fucking story, and we killed it. And then the Trump thing is a bummer, and I get worked up. But you know what's going to bring my blood pressure down a little bit? Besides like Red Boys and 50 gifted memberships?
Or increase taxes.
And this is my problem with the news. All right, let's bring them in, boys and girls, and hopefully things can turn around this morning. Awful quiet. I'm hoping for some Red Boys, and I'm hoping for things that let us do our show. So please and thank you. There's Johnny. Welcome, sir. Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fucking doing a great job. I'm really fucking kicking ass and taking names. I'm at the top of my game, but shit's tough out there for people, and thus tough out there for the toe. I mean, it's we've taken a heavy shit compared to where we used to be in the last month, and I think that war and those gas prices are really hurting people, and it's shitty to see. Is it though?
With a $1,000 super tip.
$1,000.
And that's got a name on it, folks.
Damn, Boozemock.
Especially when we voted for a guy who said, I'm going to focus on you guys and make things better for you.
Right?
813 says, how much for no Johnny next week? How much to give Johnny a vacation?
Yeah.
$500. $500 comes into Steel Toe. I'll give Johnny a vacation next week.
That sounds fun.
Because then I'll take the extra money. I'll just pay Oz, and he'll take your place for that week, and then you can have a vacation.
Yeah,
so there we go.
Sounds kind of win-win for everybody.
And it's a win-win for me because we are eating shit money-wise. We've missed more goals in the last month than I think we missed all last year. I mean, most of them have been made up.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of them have been made up, but like missing sucks, and it gives fuel to the people who think I'm the most evil, satanic Hitler guy who ever lived. So that's always fun. But I get it. People can't make there's some people out there who can't make money or draw an audience without me. And I'm not here to put people out of work,
Okay.
I'm not here to put people out of work. I'm a bigger, more popular deal than they are. And without me, they can't do it. It's a little different.
I don't have any ramps out there.
All right, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, throw a couple of memberships in. Let's just get big drops because it sucks today again. And I don't want it to suck because, as you know, when we do just the show part, God, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself. It sucks that we have to rely on you for money. I hate that part too, but God, just knock that part out, and then I don't have to do this part because everything I do before I just did that now means nothing because I had to do that. Ugh, it's gross. I hate it. Things are tough. Let's find a way to notch a win today because that is the number that we need and not a dime more. And once we're done with that number, we don't even talk about it. We don't even ask. So please. Johnny Dow says, welfare, Aaron, you beg every day. I know it sucks. I wish I had an audience where they just went, here you go, Aaron. Let's fucking have a great day and a great show. I don't. What are you going to do? I can't help it. I wish we would. I wish everybody would throw in memberships right now, but I get tired of saying it because it falls on deaf ears. And I just assume that people are hurting right now. I assume that they don't want to see the show struggle. I just assume that they must have a very good reason. But yeah, it's I need a break probably. I'm probably having a bit of a stress moment. I probably need a break at some point. Papa Shab, or I just need to start hitting goals again. Papa Shab says he just said the quiet part out loud. Yeah.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it chat wise, guys. If you want to be a part of the community and be cool, let's do that. If you want to be a dick, just don't complain. I hate it when people complain to me that they're like, "Why did I get kicked?" You're like, you know why you did? Because I like having fun in the morning, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's gonna be fun, you know. I'm sorry, so don't get mad at me when you get dumped. You were being a dick. And I don't want you to. This is my show. And with my show, I'm going to do it so I can have fun. And if you're in the way of me having fun doing my show, I'm going to make it easier for you. That's all.
It's you, bro.
I'm going to make it easier for you. All right, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, throw a couple of memberships in. Let's go on a rally. Make me feel like people are listening.
In Minnesota, going to a Popeye's chicken is like cultural appropriation in motion.
Already somebody's bitching at me.
Really?
Yeah, somebody's bitching. Like, really, you blocked me because I told you to get a job? Yeah, it's a fucking cunt thing to say. I know I said this. That they're like, why did I get kicked? You're like, you know why you did. Because I like having fun in the morning. And I'm going to keep it that way. It's going to be fun. But what I really meant is don't criticize me. Also, is this the echo chamber I talked about earlier? It's they're like, I go into an echo chamber.
Damn, Boozemock.
It's a cunt thing to say, and I want to have fun doing a show. So eat my shit. Suck my dick. How about that?
You're clearly not into what we're doing here.
And by the way, we're about a year away. Like, we would have to fail for a year to get to. So we're nowhere near that point. It just doesn't feel, I'm talking about what makes me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good to do a show and not make money. It sucks. Like anyone else at their job, if you're in sales, you don't like it when you go to work and you don't make sales. It fucking stinks. I just thought people could relate to that. Nova's pissed at me again now, but Nova's always pissed at me. Yeah, he's calling me a coward now. I guess, yeah. I mean, if I want to cultivate my community and have fun and enjoy myself when I get up early in the morning to do a show, yeah, then I'm a coward. I'm fine with that. I don't live online. I do my show, and then I live my life. If I'm a coward in your eyes, I think I'll be all right. All right, guys. It is last night put me in a bad mood, so I will admit I'm in a bit of a mood today, but that mood can change. Just needs your help a little bit. Just need a little push. And by the way, I've been doing shows just for the OGs lately because I'm like, if we're going to go through a rough patch, I'd rather just go through it with the people who have supported us for years.
Yeah. So those people should know who's coming after them.
Well, and not only that, the only people who say don't snitch are the people who want to commit crimes. Like the people who don't want you to snitch are the people who want to make your neighborhood shitty. I don't snitch. What are you, fucking 8 years old?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
He said I snitched on him, which was not true. And then, it was the I snitched on Ricada, I snitched on him. I didn't. But now, wait a minute. Didn't Gino technically, according to Ralph's, standards, didn't Gino snitch on me? That would mean if Ralph says, oh, I hate Aaron because he snitched on me. Well, then that would mean that you hate Gino because Gino snitched on me.
Damn, Boozemock.
Do you not want to live in a nice place? What do you all want to be gangsters if you watch too many fucking movies? Snitch. Fuck you then. You deserve to live in the place you live in. You know who would snitch on you in a heartbeat? A guy who was going to go to jail. Let's go back in time.
Now, there was a lot of speculation that
that you were the one who snitched them out, basically.
Yeah, I kept seeing that. What we found out, we got the report. It was a mandatory
I put the report out
yeah.
on Twitter just now.
Let's fast forward a little because this person's obnoxious. Like, oh, man, you fucking snitched. I'm like, well, I mean.
You called the cops on him.
No, yeah, right. I know that one. But like, yeah, I did, but I snitched on myself first. Yeah, I did, but I snitched on myself first.
Whoopsies.
You know, that's the thing in the black, it's a black community thing. I'm frustrated today, so I'm just going to say, I'm not going to use code words for shit today. It's because you guys protect your criminals and you don't even know you're doing it. Oh, you know what's really an honorable thing is not to snitch. That's not honorable, it's retarded. You know what's honorable? Going to school, getting a job, taking care of your kids, and not committing violent crime and not being on welfare. Those are all honorable things. When the Popeyes fucking leaves town and the grocery stores and everything else leaves town, what do? It's racism. Oh, no, it's you. It's always you. You're always the ones fucking it up for yourselves. And then a white guy turns red screaming about it, and it's hard for me not to, to fight back against the racism because it does seem angry, but I want it to fucking work for you. And this is the thing they've tried to do since George Floyd is now they have these like neighborhood groups where they're going to get people off of crime and everything else.
Just declare a no-gun zone, guys, and that's all we need.
This is the second time now I've been distracted by my phone and ignoring Johnny. Like we all forget my stances on phones after jail. Wah-happa. One thing I will say being in jail is that we need to get rid of phones. We need to get rid of instant access to the internet. It's such a better life. We got to get rid of those phones, man.
Damn Boozemock.
Yeah, right. We'll be fine.
I don't have the camera view. I've been playing the story on my own.
I apologize. I'm so
That's
sorry.
Fine.
The Steel Toe Morning Show with $1 says, sorry, guys, we went wrong by using the G word again. We were good until that time. I don't know what that means. Lucky Leon with $5. Everyone. He says, here's some money I stole from an Iranian child. Ain't much, but it's all he had. Dude, if just $5 is all it takes, just everybody throwing a 5 will be good. Coltrane gifting a membership. Why? Because they know that we are fucking killing it today and we don't need drama or bullshit or gay internet stuff. We are the anti-internet show. We've been on for 6 years and we ain't fucking going anywhere. We've weathered all the good times and the bad. Cope however you'd like. And we're real and we're raw and we give it to you straight. Thank you very much.
I was looking at one and looking at financing, and then that got closed, and so I'm out on that. There's a couple other leads we're chasing down. The fun part is like everyone's like, well, you're a handicapped person. There's services for you. So I looked into that, and I applied, and now they're all hung up on the whole like, all right, so you're a handicapped person, but you make money. So now I'm fucking going back and forth with the state over all that shit.
Do you need if you need me to stop paying you, if it would help just a little bit. And you guys are starting to pick it up today. My thing is, we get this energy going. Fucking keep it going till it's at 0. Everyone get in the mood, and then we're done. And then people go, oh, but what if you hit it and you don't try? Bro, we've got the same shit prepped whether we hit it or we don't. I'm better than all these drama pretenders. I'm a better broadcaster. I'm a funnier guy. You know you're going to get a good show.
Can't you just clear it with the IRS? No, he pays his taxes. This is how much.
I'm starting to think that being handicapped sucks. Literally.
If nothing else, I'm excited. I want to try doing the tournament, this anniversary show, the bags tournament. I think I gotta go. I gotta sit in the chair and throw some bags.
This year we're gonna have a huge one. We're gonna hire somebody to come out and run the tournament, and it's gonna be open to the entire public. This is probably gonna be the biggest attended anniversary show we've ever had. Bigger than this?
I've been dead for about 36 hours, man. But when they told me that the off man was coming back to Steel Toe,
the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
We're going to kill the comedy show. We're going to have the karaoke inside and the music and the hangout. Kill the comedy show like we did last year when Gino got me arrested for violating court-ordered mandates. Let's go back in time.
We would have 5 kids like a cunt-sucking quad stick.
How do you really feel?
Let's hold over hypothetically. And
That sounds like an indirect mention of Kayla on a show Aaron controls. Uh-oh.
And I cannot wait. Oh, I cannot wait to jerk off to anyone. If there's anyone who had this happen to him and 5 kids, I can't wait to watch his son do drugs, his daughter's only fan. I will jerk off to someone who somehow was younger than my wife. I will.
So here's Gino's typical thing. He's talking about jerking off to Kayla's picture. He's talking about it again here.
Whoopsies. And we're going to do the cornhole tournament during the day. It's going to be a pretty badass event. Guys, this is what I needed today. I needed to, I woke up today feeling on edge, feeling a little frustrated. Maybe with the, I don't know, man, but thank you very much. Now, again, the big curse of the toe. Let's keep that energy rolling. Let's keep the energy rolling. Those 5 gifted memberships, those kill it. Golden shower, those kill it. Gifted membership, 5 at a time. Little PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, killing it. We're back on the show. How are you guys doing? I just had to go pee really quick. And when I went to go pee, I just decided, I'm just really excited to do the show. And, everything's fine. And if you want me to do a kids party, yeah, no, I'm good.
I wonder why our children and society as a whole seem to be declining.
I cannot fault kids for being retarded if that's the shit they're showing them. But hey, again, at least Beans is still working.
Yeah,
that's
well, he was. Till the motherfucker opened his mouth.
Yeah, until he called out the pedos. By the way, Brian Landon test stream, thank you for the $2. I'm not going to promote an event where multiple pedophiles are performing. It's creepy. It's also become very sinister, that whole world. There's a lot of darkness around it, and it's creepy and weird. I warned people about it years ago. I'm always right about this shit, but people get angry and they hate my guts, so they can't see it. And now they're coping. I can't even have fun with that Chad Boozemock guy anymore because his whole online presence has become excusing pedophilia, and it's just, I'm out. It's just a darkness that you can't have in your life if you're going to be a decent human being. It's too much darkness. I ain't cool with it.
I should clarify, I'm not cool with it now that it is turned on me. It was cool when I could just call others who made bad jokes and such about it a PDF. Boozemock is now one of those guys as he tried to call me out on it.
Damn, Boozemock.
No, I don't live my life on the internet. I live in the real world where things matter and things mean something. If you're just, I saw him, he went off, that Chad Boozemock guy who used to be fun.
Yeah.
He just, unfortunately, he got too deep in the internet. And his whole Twitter presence became making excuses for people who have said pedophilic shit about children over and over and protecting them because he likes their shows. And it's just I'm sorry, man, I got 3 kids. I can't be down with that shit. You protecting them. King Kong Dong says, Aaron, happy to say my merch is on the way and got tracking. VIP is the way to go. Merch is decent quality. Say good quality, please. Say good quality. Don't say decent. It's very good quality. No, but I started doing this thing with the orders. I don't know why. I've been using my email for the tracking.
Right.
And finally, this last order I made on Friday, I went, hey, you know what I should do?
Let them track their shit.
I should put their email in as the tracking. That way, if it doesn't go through, 1 in 10 don't, they can let me know. It's just, I'm an idiot. I don't know what to tell you. Hostile Soldier, I do want to shout out Mersh for a second because I felt we were really shitty to him yesterday, and it seemed to have triggered him and his whole little underling community, and I feel bad about that. I was just trying to have some fun. I apologize. Right. Hostile Soldier says Mersh is pretending to be above it because he knows no one wants him at the event. That's not true. Mersh actually does give a shit about that pedophile stuff, and I think Mersh deserves a lot of credit for that. I'll make fun of Mersh when he, if you're a middle-aged man who's punching holes in walls, that's kind of gay. I think he knows that, though. But Mersh is legit not on that pedophile shit. He's very much against it, as you should be if you're a normal person. And
yeah, it's always weird when you have to explain it. Like, no, you have to understand. He's got. Like, I thought we were all like just human society as a whole. Was on the like no.
It is very weird. You get to see who dark people are in certain podcast worlds.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see where the monsters come from, and you're like, oh, that's because they're just so desensitized. They don't give a shit. Mersh does care about that stuff. Yeah, and then guys like Eulogy get triggered when I call that shit out. He's like, stop calling everyone a pedophile. You live your life on the internet. He wants shit to be true so bad, so he figures if he say it, it will. And I feel bad for guys like Eulogy. I do. Because I consume way too much of his time and way too much of his life when he could just hang in, enjoy the show, and have fun on a surface level like it's intended. It's too bad.
It's always interesting when they call you the one who's like lives your life on the air. Like you realize after this thing gets done, we unplug, we go away.
I'm sorry, guys. And I know you don't want it to be that way because it kills your whole idea of what you had of me. But I need to tell you this because our audience understands it. They're adults. You don't know me. Look, I know you think you do. This is a show, guys. This is show me. Sometimes I do this and I let you know like kind of more who I really am because you need it explained to you like you're 6. You don't know me. So I'm sorry. It's and I know that makes you feel betrayed. But it's just an odd, strange way to be. I really am. I know you don't like it, but I am trying to help you. All right. And then, somebody says, what about what Oz said about Trump the other day?
Let's go back in time.
Shuli Madoff with 5 says, notice you have to baby the boomer to your left. You can't call Trump a pedophile. Yeah, watch this. Trump's a pedophile.
Prove it.
Fuck. Epstein files.
Prove it.
Go read them.
Oh, his name's in there. Ooh, wow. What does that matter?
A lot. It's in there a lot.
Yeah, so prove what has happened.
They talked to one girl.
I have a VCR tape, that proves that Debbie did do Dallas.
Right. That would be evidence.
Yeah. So how's that's pretty much the same thing.
They did talk to that one girl 4 times about how she had to bite Trump's penis.
Yeah, I don't see no teeth marks.
Well, I guess you would know. You and that girl have sucked the same dick.
His boot had no teeth marks on it.
That's because you just lick it. No biting. You don't think he's a pedophile?
No, are you kidding?
Do you think he's covering for pedophiles?
Probably, but
okay.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
I mean, but let's say you have a good friend who's like, doing weird things.
I would turn him in a heartbeat. If my friend was fucking children, yes, I would report him. I would kill him.
Oh.
In Minecraft.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
That would make sense.
Not literally. What do you mean? What if your friend was a pedophile? You would... Wait a minute. What would you do?
You ever seen that movie? I'm John Carihami or what the hell his name is. What would you do?
Why did you start saying, oh, come on, like what if you had a friend who was a ped? I would at least turn him in.
No, I wouldn't believe it in the first place because he's not covering for anybody.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. If they're creepy, make them do the weepy.
Creepy do the what?
Lick me where I pee-pee.
All right, I'm moving on.
It is a bit peculiar I let this go by the wayside and joked with my pal about it while he said he would legit protect actual PDFs when this is the reaction I had to Boozemock.
I just don't want anything to do with him because he's covering for legit pedophilic behavior.
Damn, Boozemock.
That was fucked up. I was talking to Oz about Trump, and I'm like, dude, what would it take for you to like disown Trump? Because like that's the bit on the show. It's like Oz will not leave the guy's side. And I'm like, what if he was in the Epstein files and it was proven he was a pedo? And also, why would you run on uncovering all this shit and then all of a sudden want to pack it in and make it go away? That's weird.
Right.
But then Oz was like, well, I don't know. I would. And I'm like, dude, come on. I don't know if I couldn't tell if he was trying to be funny or what, but it's like, no, come on. At least tell me that if Trump was credibly accused in this stuff, you'd go, I'm out. These are a little shorter. That was the longest clip we had. And by the way, I hope the audience realizes that when they say things like, let the clip play. I hear you, I listen to you, and I let it play more on that one. But of course, I'll never get a,
right,
recognition of that. $2 from Eulogy says the shows have been really good lately. It's at its absolute best when you do your thing and ignore all the other shows. Well, I do that every fucking day. I'm sorry that I take little jabs at people who can't live without me. I mean, I'm allowed to do that, and it's just funny to me. And it's a 10-second little thing. I know it drives them nuts, and I know it keeps them going. And so I do that from time to time. I mean, I've never lost one of these battles because I know how to do them. Not coping and seething over here, just giving an opinion. No, Eulogy, I completely agree with your opinion, and it does seem like you've calmed down, and I appreciate that. I 1,000% agree with you. By the way, thank you, Balls Deep, in the chat. Thank you, all the mods over on YouTube. They're cleaning it up. We've triggered a lot of people. We do a good show, and for some reason, it upsets a lot of people, and they don't like it. They need their attention from Daddy. So thank you, Balls. You're the man. All right, let's open up these 7 o'clock hour stories. I think we've had enough Iran for right now.
He's right, though. We are dunces.
Thank you guys very much. It has been an unbelievable day for the toe. If you pick today to pick on the toe or whatever, I'm really sorry. It hasn't worked out for you so well. We'll see. Maybe try again tomorrow. You're our good luck charm. We appreciate you. $20 away from a win. Let's gift the memberships and throw in a couple of bucks. We'll be there in no time. Thank you very much. That doesn't mean I can't be better. And if I did say too much about his relationship, then I apologize. If that was too far, then that's on me. But one thing I will say is that Mersh has absolutely nailed it on the Cumia Melton Hackamania stuff. He's been an ardent defender of children against pedophilia. And I saw yesterday that Cumia said, and this is just getting so ridiculous, watching a guy you used to look up to kind of devalue himself by fraternizing with just the fucking pigs of the universe. But Cumia's, I'm going to sue Stuttering John. First of all, enough with Stuttering John. He's one you all lost. I mean, you're just fixated on this guy who's not doing anything to anybody. But he said, I'm going to sue him for calling me a pedophile. I have terrible legal news for Anthony Cumia. You can't sue anyone for calling you a pedophile. You've had sex with underage girls in your 40s. You've also said that if there was no law in place, you would fuck a 13-year-old. Pedophilia is not having sex with children. That's child molestation. That's different. Yeah. Pedophilia just means making remarks and having thoughts sexually about children. And I'm sorry, but in your career, you've put that on full display. In fact, most people who have, talked about the subject leave themselves open to being called that by people. Doesn't make it true. But there's a difference between you not really feeling that way and people being able to make a reasonable, they can reasonably discern that you are that. They can have that opinion. And people can have that opinion about you. You've said you wouldn't stop yourself at 13. You've brought a girl to her prom when you were in your 40s. You had a 17-year-old girlfriend that you had to take to the, pediatric wing of the hospital. I mean, Stuttering John gets to call you a pedophile. If you make jokes and music and references to having sex with children, people get to call you a pedophile. Just like if you were to call me a racist, I couldn't sue you for that because you could listen to the jokes I've made on the show or some of the rants I've gone on. You could say, I think that guy's a racist. Cry, bitch. I'm sorry. This is a perfect example of you made your bed, now lie in it. And I think Mersh has been spot on all that. Let's go back in time. But Anthony has had a penchant for very young girls, especially when the Opie and Anthony show was on. It was always the butt of jokes that, Anthony likes them young. Mersh has really had moral objections to this. He's been really upset with it. But Mersh is making the classic mistake where he's being mad that other people don't feel as morally outraged as he is. It's a weird crusade he's been on for years now where it was good for his career to criticize Anthony, to go after Anthony. It got him some attention. But then he turned his attention towards anyone who was in any way tangentially connected to Anthony. He got pissy at us when we started doing a show on Compound, or when we had Anthony on our show, or when I went on Anthony's show. He's like, why don't you denounce self-cutting girl? I'm like, because it was fucking 11 years ago, and who gives a shit?
This Cumia shit's the next fucking wave. You cocksuckers either need to fucking denounce this piece of shit or admit that you're so addicted to money and clout that you will suck the dick of an alleged pedophile who has a...
Now, first of all, he's not an alleged pedophile.
That's you alleging that.
Right. That's you. You're alleging that. Like, there's no charges. There's no allegation. Like, Nick is an alleged cocaine addict. Anthony has never been alleged by, like, a courtroom or anything like that.
It's only been a court of public opinion.
Right? It's only been Mersh going, he's an alleged pedophile. It's like, well, I mean, I don't really know how the word alleged works specifically, but I feel like it's kind of a weird, backdoor way of saying something where if you allege it, now it's alleged. It's like when the news does those.
Some are saying.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's like when the news reports something as a rumor and then goes, some are saying, and then they cover it as a news story. It's like, no, you said that. So Mersh is like, oh, you're going to suck off this guy for money and clout. I've never gotten either. Well, no, I got paid for the Compound Media shows, but it wasn't a lot of money. I didn't do it because the money was great.
And we didn't get a whole bunch of clout either.
No, we didn't get a whole bunch of clout. I was a big Opie and Anthony fan. Anthony's a huge influence on my broadcasting career. And
Anthony thought April was very cute.
He also thought April was very cute and barely remembered my name. And he's always treated me well. See, like, clout, to me, clout chasing would be like, I'm going to jump on this Anthony's a pedophile thing and I'm going to trash the shit out of the guy. And that'll make me look contrarian as fuck and I'll look hard. And it's like, no, I'm going to be honest. The guy's always been nice to me. The guy's always been cool to me. And the guy has never, as you know, I mean, as far as we can know about anybody, the guy's never broken any laws with women sexually. Has he dated super young chicks? Yeah. Uncomfortably young? Yeah, that was a running gag on the Opie and Anthony show for years. So Mersh has just been on this kick for a long time. And also Mersh drinks a lot. And I think Mersh gets on Nightwave and he starts pounding booze. And we all know this, when we start pounding booze, sometimes we sound retarded.
Very, very storied, established, and bookmarked and archived history of creeping around children. Crucially has addressed it.
He doesn't.
He doesn't have that. He has a storied history of dating very, very young ladies that could be a little questionable. But if they are legally of age, then that's not an actual crime.
That is, you talk about someone making misleading statements to try and make themselves look morally righteous. Creeping around children. First of all, the self-cutting girl thing was some fat dude. If anything, that's an embarrassing catfishing story.
Okay. I don't know all the history of this, so is there some other story that I'm missing?
Well, it's so strange to me that Mersh will call other people out for moral gay F-wording, as they call it. But then when it comes to this Anthony thing and he can score a few points on it, he's like, I'm going to beat this drum. It's like, no offense to Mersh, but it's kind of like me talking about this Nick thing. It's like people look at it and go, dude, we fucking got it. We know how you feel. We understand your fucking position on this. Like, he brings it up every so often to use as a cudgel against people he doesn't like. And it's like, all right, we get it. You're the contrarian guy. Look at independent Mersh, just fucking, he's a rebel, he's a renegade. It's and now remember, morally, oh my goodness, Anthony is such a terrible guy morally. He's a bad person who does things that I find sexually inappropriate. No, I've got the vapors thinking about it. Now let's see how Mersh responds to Chrissy.
Chrissy has addressed it directly, and she said, and she's also defended him following a 13-year-old on Instagram. Chrissy's a fucking disgusting person, Virgie said. Good. You know what? I'll put it on record. Hey, Chrissy, I hope your kid gets molested.
Oh, Mersh is such
What the fuck?
Mersh is
How does two wrongs equal a right?
If I'm going to knock a hoe up, I wanted to at least go, whoa, I read that Anthony Cumia article. Don't ever let that fucking vampire around my children.
I thought we were saying allegedly. No.
I read an article, so that means all of this is absolutely true.
No. It's worse than that. He wrote the article.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the article he's referencing, he wrote it. Jackass Whiskey and Pinto Beans, as long as the women are of age, usually 18, it's not a crime, just unseemly. Yeah, like...
Yeah.
If
it's
the person's not...
weird and a little creepy.
Yeah, if the person's not breaking the law, you just go, well, that's weird. That's a little young. And like Anthony was always very honest about that on the O&A show. He would always go, yeah, he talked about how one time his girlfriend had to be admitted into pediatrics because she was 17. Which is legal in that state, but everyone was also on the show. They were horrified. They're like, Jesus, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he would laugh.
Yeah, that is oh.
Still care about kids, Aaron? Or are you a disingenuous faggot?
I mean, a little bit of both, if we're being honest. I mean, disingenuous faggot. I mean, I've definitely, like, I love my children. Absolutely.
Some people have complained about that community caring about kids.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Mersh, I'm afraid to admit that I care about children because I'm worried you're going to call me a pedophile. I mean, you seem very hot and cold.
Might write an article.
Yeah, you seem very hot and cold on this issue. I don't know which side of the road to stand on. So I'm a disingenuous gay. Oh, no, he gave me an option. Do I still care about kids or am I a disingenuous gay F word? I would say I still care about kids, but carry on.
Who hangs around and is a pedo apologizer.
Wait, what? I'm a pedo apologizer, says the sweeper. All right, I'm a pedo apologizer. Why? Because what? Because Anthony Cumia? All right. I mean,
you realize other than like a video chat, you really never actually like met Anthony. You haven't spent time around him. I don't know how.
But also, in order for me to be a pedo apologizer, he needs to be a pedophile. He's not a pedophile.
Say that again?
He's not a pedophile.
Got him. We fucking got him.
That's
well, if
fucking
you refer
actionable.
to that one article that Mersh wrote.
So as you've seen, I have defended Anthony for the same thing. I am ragging on him for today with the same info that I already pushed aside. Also, the actionable claim is funny here, as today I throw this word around like Boozemock with no evidence or proof aside from jokes that I too have made.
Damn, Boozemock.
$5 away from calling it a win. Auto Glass with a gifted membership over on YouTube. Johnny, you know what that means.
What does that mean? Where are we at?
It means it's another win for the toe. Thank you guys very, very much. You knocked it out way, way early. Unbelievable. Thank you guys very much. You are only $50 away to making up last night.
You saw that, right? I went from getting the goal to begging for more money in 15 seconds. Remember near start of show when I said this?
Because that is the number that we need and not a dime more. And once we're done with that number, we don't even talk about it. We don't even ask. So please.
Damn, Boozemock.
By the way, Clippers United repeating a lie that my name is on court documents for domestic abuse. They are not.
Wrong. Should we get into the documents? Okay, so we have a document here. And this is a petition for harassment restraining order. Acts of harassment. Check the boxes. Respondent made harassing phone calls or sent harassing text messages to the victim as follows. Date range 2022 to the present. So Ashley goes to court in January this year, files a harassment restraining order against Aaron Imholte. Respondent has made harassing phone calls and sent harassing text messages to Ashley from 2022 till currently. That was 2024. And here's Ashley's written testimony. And boy, oh boy, is this where it gets wild. Strap in, everybody. Aaron is my ex-husband, and we have 3 children together. After Aaron and I got divorced, Aaron married his current wife, April. initially, April and I had a good relationship, and she and I were able to communicate well. However, that changed after Aaron learned April had confided in me that Aaron was abusing her. What a turn. What a turn. There is a history of domestic abuse between Aaron and April in May to August of 2022 at Charlotte's dance recital. In May, August of 2022 at Charlotte's dance recital, April confided in me she was being abused by Aaron. April told me that Aaron was headbutting her and squeezing her until she couldn't breathe. This is unfucking real. This is domestic abuse written in a court document. This cannot be a lie. April told Ashley LaRue that Aaron was choking her till she couldn't breathe and headbutting her. April also told me that Aaron told her to crawl back to the hole that is Litchfield.
Whoopsies. Bigot on socialist media says about Clippers United, I'm embarrassed to be watching a show with such fucking retards. Look, I understand it. I'm not mad at them. I understand them. They had a goal. They're like, we like a show that couldn't get any viewers until it followed Aaron. So we have to kill Aaron. We have to destroy Aaron and wreck his show. To quote their host, to quote Patrick, we're going to run him off the internet. And it failed. And he now is trying to memory hole that and brainwash. And you got a double-digit IQ audience. And they're trying to memory hole it and act like they didn't say that because they lost. So they're trying to move the goalposts. I understand it. I empathize with them. It's okay. If that was my whole life, was trying to destroy me and you couldn't do it, I would understand. By the way, Vince Griswold, thank you for $5. Says, ever thought about adding Melton's song The Matador to the list of rally songs? No, it's so disgusting. It's such a pedophilic song. It's about having sex with kids. I mean, again, I never wanted anything to do with said person because I knew what kind of vile, toxic human being they were, but they are obsessed and cannot live without me. And it's a mental illness. They actually think we're in a relationship. It's psychotic. If he were a woman, people would shun him and be like, this bitch is crazy. And there's a lot of effeminate energy, and the person's prone to crash out. So you just got to kind of stay away from people like that. And they breed an audience that's kind of the same as them. So no, I would never add that song to the list of rally songs. And by the way, his audience, they want to poo-poo that. They go, no, Matador, don't say that. Oh, I get it. It's indefensible. And but you can't let your hate for me let you excuse awful, terrible behavior. And I feel like you do. And that's unfortunate. And, you know.
That's tribalism in human society in general. So.
It's really too bad. Thank you, guys. $30 comes in the next 10 minutes, and we will go till 11 today. Otherwise, thank you guys for knocking it out today. You've done your job. Unbelievable work. 14 memberships away from 500. So you've almost got it from last night. Thanks, guys. I seek Kyle. Says, about time someone called out Booze Brain. Thanks, Toe. It's not difficult. The guy got his brain broken by the internet, and to watch it happen in real time, in slow motion, and warn people about it and make it one of your things you talk about because you give a shit. You don't want to see your country and the people in it have their brains rotted by a false reality. I mean, if you live your life terminally online, you're living in a virtual reality. You're living in VR, and it's not healthy. And you start to see your morals fray, and you start to see decency fray, and you start to get parasocial. And I think Boozemock just lost himself, unfortunately. And I know every time I bring him up, he's going to seethe and tweet about me and everything else. But I tried. I had fun with him more than anyone else did, but he's lost it. And when you start defending pedophiles openly because you want to look good to the pedophile, it's fucked up. Oh, by the way, numero uno Josh Denny fan says, I seek Kyle is Boozemock. Wow, Boozemock is really butthurt. He created another account so that he could pretend that he thought me calling him out for what he was. Holy shit, that is wounded. That is a wounded. You see, I hate it when people respond to what I say about them by just confirming it. That sucks because you want to be wrong. And now it's a whopping $20. I've got 3 minutes and I can get the fuck out of here. Or if $20 comes in 3 minutes, I got to stick around until 11. This is where you just start bringing the plane in for a nice and easy landing. I see Kyle says, God damn it, numero uno. You know, Kyle, we're going to call Boozemock Kyle from now on. All you have to do is admit that, you know, people are right about these people. You don't want to be associated with that anyway. I feel like I'm intervening into like a young child who's joining the Crips. And I'm like, you don't want to be associated with this group anyway. They're disgusting. But, you know, yeah, hey, you know what I learned over the last couple of years? You can't save them all. I don't think that 20 is coming in the next 2 minutes, so I think I'm safe. I think we can start winding her down. Thank you guys very, very much. Oh, my God. If you will. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Awesome show today. And you basically knocked out what we were short last night. You know what? Fuck them. Let the evening show pick up the rest of it today. Thank you very much. All right, now knock it off. Thank you, Main Vein, for the gifted membership. We're $15 away from having to go to 11. I think we're safe. I think we're good. Thank you so much. It's 10:30. I can go. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate you being here. An awesome win today. Awesome, great show. I love it. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, and continue to be the reason why the toe keeps breathing. And I should have just got the fuck out of here. I should have just you know what? I got cute. Son of a bitch. Thank you, Main Vein, for the $20. I appreciate it.
Wanna fuck? Let's fuck!
I could have just fucked off. I could have got out of here. It could have just been a win for the toe. Take it and go home. But here we are. By the way, speaking of Devil's Advocate, neither SP or myself have seen Scent of a Woman, and I'm wondering if it's worth checking out. I'll be honest, the reason I haven't watched Scent of a Woman my entire life, this is such a stupid reason, but the reason I haven't watched Scent of a Woman is because of the title. It sounds faggy, so I don't want to watch it. Okay, we get it. Gay. Sorry, I just saw, as I was reading people's comments on everything, I just saw Canyon likes darkies, and that made me laugh. That was so fucking great. It's so unnecessary, too. Now they're talking about Canyon liking dark meat in the ass. I can't understand it.
Remember when I said this earlier in show about people enjoying gay jokes?
It's just the jump to gay. I got to tell you guys, I think some of the Aaron gay jokes are a deep, sinister projection. Numero Uno says, this whole morning show is out of order. I love that people were trying to like snipe and get at today's show, and all it did was end up being probably the best one we're going to have all week. God, it's just win for the toe, win for the toe. These guys can't stop shooting themselves in the foot. By the way, it was directed by a guy, I'm not shitting you, it was directed by a guy named Norman Jewison. Jewison. Norman Jewison directed that movie. That's a little on the schnoz, if you ask me. Hold on. Was Norman Jewison Jewish? Guys, I was kidding. I just want to let you know before I read to you what I found when I Googled it. I was joking. I was kidding. I did not think I was actually going to get this answer. Norman Jewison was not Jewish, despite directing the iconic musical Fiddler on the Roof and being mistaken for Jewish due to his surname. He is a Protestant from Toronto, Canada. Norman Jewison is a Protestant of English descent. Guys, this might accidentally be one of the best overtime segments we've ever done just because of this. Papa Shop says the only time a guy isn't Jewish is when his name is literally Jewison. Can't make it up. Taz Optic Nerve says, God damn, I'm dying over here. We got to clip this out, right? I don't care if it only gets 5 views. This has to be clipped and documented. One's in the chat if we have to clip our Norman Jewison segment. Please. I don't care if it's a short. I don't care if it's a 5-minute video. Oh my God. One's in the chat if we need to cut out Norman Jewison and make it a segment today. I see Kyle says, Jewison, what was he, Jewish or something?
Home run, Jefferson.
No.
Go to break.
No. Avaletitia says, make a short and a long clip. All right. I don't want, I have 4 more stories left in today's prep. Wait, how many do I have? I have 3 left in today's prep. We have 5 minutes left. I feel like that's a walk-off home run. I feel like we can't do anything after the Norman Jewison thing. Let's hang out in the chat for a couple of minutes and we'll say our goodbyes. Hit like before you leave. Numero Uno says, is Boozemock really banned? I will let Boozemock back in if he stops the pedo sweeping and just admits that allegations of pedophilia between his favorite podcaster and a guy he's having as a guest, if he admits that those criticisms are fair and that those guys definitely have done and said pedophilic things.
I missed my old pal Boozemock so much I am willing to overlook all the terrible things I accused him of doing like these.
He's like pedo covering for people and it's really creepy. I think the internet broke Boozemock's brain. I just don't want anything to do with him because he's covering for legit pedophilic behavior and it's really, really fucked up. I'm going to choose to disassociate with him, but the way he defends pedophilia, not cool with me. I'm taking a stand on that one. He's creepy. He's weird. I'd rather not associate with him. It's a bad look to be around him. Yeah, and Boozemock was legit defending their pedophilic words and actions, not just the people. And he was pretending he doesn't understand it. It's just he's too far gone in the internet shit, and I don't want to associate with someone who thinks that stuff's okay. No, thank you. Yeah, people saying Boozemock's a weirdo. You should have cut him loose a long time ago. I probably give people too much rope, but he's weird. I can't even have fun with that Chad Boozemock guy anymore.
Gotcha, bitch.
Either I have no code and will attack those for pointing out my hypocrisy, or I just miss Boozemock a lot already. You decide.
I don't even care if he wants to say, oh, you've made jokes, you've said that. That's fine. I'm not the one fighting it or denying or, I'm comfortable with what I am. All right, I'm a pedo apologizer. It's clear that they're uncomfortable with that accusation because they know it's kind of true. The only reason I don't have a problem with it is because I know that I'm not. It's ridiculous. It's silly. So it doesn't bother me. But it bothers them, and that should tell Boozemock something, I think. So that's all he has to do. And I'll actually have a lot of respect for him if he doesn't succumb to my demands.
After this video, I'm sure Toe will be back to respecting Boozemock and not defaming him more for calling out his hypocrisy. Also, I will use your own words for your requested apology.
All right, I'm a pedo apologizer.
Damn Boozemock.
Roots says, let him talk his shit. We'll eat him alive. Yeah, Roots doesn't go for that stuff. You know what? Roots and Numero Uno say yes. So on Rumble, we're gonna bring him back. And just know that when Boozemock posts, he's big on pedo defending. He doesn't see it as a problem. And not only does he not seeing it as a problem, if you do pedo shit and say pedo shit, he'll defend you. 100%. He'll get your back. Which is really strange. All right, let's there's our boy. Let's welcome him back, and hopefully he's reformed and he's seen the error of his ways. That would be good. Tiff says, Jesus, you blatant racist ass nerd. Good luck with radio. Thank you. I appreciate that. Was that supposed to be an insult? It's amazing. I didn't know that. Oh, triggered the shit out of this J Random fella, too. None of them have a good sense of humor about anything. They're all just angry and pissed off, and they don't understand that it just makes me own them more. All right, guys, thank you very much. It was a great day today. I'm sorry for the people we triggered and upset. Know that that is never our meaning. We never mean to do it, but the fact that we own you every day does make me feel good, and it's a character issue that I'm still working on. Have a great rest of your day. Unbelievable support today, guys. I appreciate it. Let's keep this perfect week rolling into the evening show, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Where's Boozemock when you need? We don't need Boozemock. Nobody said we needed Boozemock for this. The phrase, where's Boozemock when you need him, you're supposed to say that when you need him. We don't. Keep it shut. You know,
that's not dehumanizing.
When I'm getting my anus railed out by guy number 47 and he spits in my mouth, I really worry that Christians are going to look down on me. The cleaner says, so what you're saying is that your dick is too small. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I have a tiny little cock. Been spending most our lives living in a bugger's paradise. I fuck buttholes once or twice, living in a bugger's paradise. Ooh, yummy, yummy. I love dicks in my tummy. Cock like a horse. What? Yeah, giant cock. I can't even, have fun with that Chad Boozemock guy anymore.